Hello everyone. So in this video we will be doing the lab for Elastic Beanstalk. So Elastic Beanstalk is a platform as a service service from AWS. So before diving into the Elastic Beanstalk, let's learn about infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So these are the terms, okay? So as you can see in this figure, this is just an graphical illustration of a dairy product. So let's say you want to buy a milk, then what are the things that you can do? The first thing is like you can set up the entire milk processing equipment and you can get a milk from there, okay? The second one is you assemble your own dairy products, right? So you got milk, and then you can create butter from it, you can create yogurt, you can create other milk items. Or the most easy one is you can go to a shop and get a bottle of milk, or get a packet of cheese, or any other product, right? So this is how the so that's the equivalent for our infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So it depending upon your need, you can get different materials for a different cost. So let's go to the actual examples. Infrastructure as a service could be our web application like Amazon website, so the AWS. It could be our Google Cloud, it could be Azure, or maybe some other infrastructure as a service providers. Like we use the EC2 machines, right? So those are infrastructure, and we can create anything from those EC2 machines. We can create a website, a web hosting application, you can create a security application, you can create any sort of a VPN or network application. So it depends upon your use case, like what you want to create. You can host Python application, you can host like maybe JavaScript or anything else. So you got the idea, right? So they provide us the actual infrastructure and we make use of it. Platform as a service. Now platform as a service, it gives us it not just gives us the infrastructure, it actually provides us the tools and techniques that we can actually enable and create everything. So for example, here we got Google App Engine, we got Apparenda, we got Red Hat OpenShift, and one of them is like our Elastic Beanstalk, okay? So Elastic Beanstalk lies over the PaaS, that is platform as a service section. So we can, with Elastic Beanstalk, we can create an application of our choice without thinking about any sort of infrastructure. So we don't need to figure out like what RAM we need, what kind of a network we need. We don't need to figure out how much CPU we need. We just create an application and we can run our application directly in the service. So those kind of service are PaaS. And the third one is even the service or the software is already there, we just use it, right? So something like Jira or Dropbox, we don't actually create an application, we don't even create a server. We just go to jira.com and we start running the Jira tool. So that is the software as a service. So let's go to our Elastic Beanstalk and start creating our application without worrying about any sort of infrastructure. So yeah, you can use any sort of application. We can use Node.js, Python, or whatever that is provided by, that is provisioned or enabled by Elastic Beanstalk. So let's go to our console and check it out. So just search Elastic Beanstalk over here, and you can click over here, just create an application. So it says what kind of application do you want to create, web application or any other long performance or long running workload, so where we can schedule our tasks. So let's just go for a web application right now. I'm just going to name it my simple application. The environment name could be this, or you can just change it as per you need. The domain name, so yeah, you can put any domain name let me just put my simple application. If you want to put a description, you can put it over here. So here comes the platform, right? So just click on it. So it gives us different choices. Do you want to host a .NET application on a Linux server, or do you want to host a Docker application or Go application, Java, Python, PHP? You get an idea, right? So you can choose all of these, and you don't need to think about creating a server and installing, let's say, a Java and then installing the Java runtime environment or JDK or anything that is required for the Java application to be run, and then you can just automatically run your application. Everything else will be handled by the Elastic Beanstalk. So for this demo, I'm going to choose Python. So which version do you want to choose? I'm just going to select any of this. Let's go with the latest one. Platform version. So there is one, so we can just select one of it. And do you want to, yes, so in general classes, yeah, we want to upload our own code, and we can also give it S3 bucket URL. So if you have a code, then you can upload that particular code into S3 bucket, and you can just put the S3 bucket code over here or the link over here. If you want to upload a file, you can just choose it from here. But for now, let's go with a sample application. So it's just gonna give us a simple application that we can host. So we selected Python, that's why we're gonna get a Python application. Yeah, so and after that we got a preset like what kind of instance do you want to establish. Let's say, do you want it on a single instance? You can use it for free tier. It will generally set up the EC2 instance with a T2 micro, or if you want a high availability. So depending upon your need, this cost can be increased. So you are not paying for the Elastic Beanstalk service, but you are paying for the underlying service like EC2 machines that it automatically runs. So let's just go for EC2 instance, or like a single instance that is for a free tier, and click next. Let's just go to our EC2 dashboard for now, and we have 0 EC2. Let's just go to London. Okay, so it automatically select the Stockholm, so I guess we're going to use Stockholm for this one. Yeah, so we don't have any EC2 instance in this region, right? So there are different things that we can attach to our mandatory, so I'm just going to create one. So yeah, it automatically select the Elastic Beanstalk. Let's just go for environment by default, and it says these are two policies that is gonna attach to it. So yeah, completely fine. So it's gonna attach SSM assume role, and then it also needs an instance profile. So just create a role for it, and yeah, compute, and then create. So it's gonna create this particular policy role. So generally these are the roles that is required for establishing, and so with this we can enable Elastic Beanstalk to talk with EC2 instance as well. Okay, create role, and let me just refresh this. I'm gonna select this, right? Yeah, so we don't need a key here. If you want to log in and SSH for the EC2 machine, then you can select one, but we don't really need it. Next, networking and database. So PPC, we can select the default one. For our availability zone, just select any one of it. Database, we don't really need it for this test, so yeah. Next, this is about the instance configuration. We don't really, so yeah, 8 GB should be good enough. Let's add a security group for it. So as we are hosting the web application, we need to make sure like our security group expose the port number 80. So we will do that later. We don't need auto scaling group. Let's just press next. It says must be 10 more, so I'm just going to select 15 now. So do you want a health reporting kind of a system for monitoring? We don't really need it, but if you need it, you can set it up over here. And it's just gonna establish an Nginx server proxy. Next. So that's all, right? So what we are avoiding is like we are not setting up our Nginx server. We are not setting up the EC2 instance directly, right? We are not configuring much of it. Everything that we have put over here are the general configuration that we need to put for any sort of machine to establish. But that's it, right? We just put the code, we just create a machine, and now it uses the Elastic Beanstalk environment to launch the application. So we don't even define like where the Nginx server is running or where we are actually putting our application within the Nginx server, and it even gives us the domain name that we can click and run or see our web application. So this might take a little bit time. Let's just see the event, what is being done. So it says the event is being started. Now it has created a security group. Let's just go and see if we have this security group or not. Sorry, this would be on instances. Let's go and see if we got an instance over here. Now you can see there is one instance over up. So that is being created by our Elastic Beanstalk. Now let's go to the instance and see if the security group name matches or not. So you can see this is the particular security group, and it exports port number 80 by default because we are using the web application. So this is good. And yeah, so these are the event that actually happens. It even give the elastic IP. Okay, let me just click over here. Okay, let me just wait for this to end. So yeah, it took like maybe 1 or 2 minutes more, and you can see, just click on this link and the Elastic Beanstalk application is up and running. Now it is Elastic Beanstalk application because we select a sample application when you create our Elastic Beanstalk, but you can choose any of the application. Just make sure like you choose a Python environment for a Python application or Java environment for a Java application. Now yeah, you can also establish auto scaling group or different high availability kind of a thing for your server. So yeah, this is how you establish an Elastic Beanstalk. Thank you. So you can also directly click over here and click on terminate environment. So and it will automatically start to clean up the environment that we just created, right? So you can see the terminate environment is starting, and it checks for the EC2 machine that has been enabled by Elastic Beanstalk. It checks for all the relevant information, and it is waiting for the termination. Let's go to our EC2 machine and see the status. So it says shutting down. So just terminating the environment of Elastic Beanstalk will automatically clean up all the things that has been created by Elastic Beanstalk itself. You can also go to, let's say, IAM roles. Maybe this might take some time. Let's just go to security and this particular so still the application is, so as you can see, it took some time. It terminates the environment complete time. Yeah, just go to EC2 instance and you should be seeing the instance is terminated. Even if you go inside the EC2 instance and go to security, so yeah, it doesn't have any sort of IAM role, so IAM role has already been deleted as well. So our security groups has been deleted. So yeah, that's all for Elastic Beanstalk. Thank you.